It's one of the most unique and eagerly anticipated tournaments of the year, and the wait is over. Welcome to Butlins Minehead for the 24th edition of the UK Open. Unpredictability is the MO of this event, with an entirely open draw, leaving an abundance of possibilities. Players enter incrementally based on the rankings ladder, and Stage 2's initial focus will be on the first 3 rounds before the top 32 enter this evening. 157 competitors are here across 8 boards in 3 different buildings, and no doubt an afternoon of wonderful chaos is on the cards. To begin with, we have Pascal Rupprecht of Germany back on the tour after a year losing his card against one of the hottest prospects in youth darts right now, in 19-year-old Jenson, who's already had some main stage success in his young career. The games will come thick and fast. We have got 12 of them to rattle through this afternoon. So without further ado, let's get underway in this battle between England and Germany. My name's Dan McCarthy. I'll be on Stage 2 commentary for the duration of the weekend, as will a former UK Open quarter-finalist in Paul Nicholson. Good morning, Nico. Just how special is this tournament, and particularly the chaotic Friday?
Everybody loves the Friday, Dan. This is one of the best days of the darting calendar, because what we all talk about on Friday morning is who's going to be the story of the day. We can talk about what's happened all the way through the last 20 plus years of this tournament, but on Friday there's always a story. Who's it going to be? Might even be Jenson Walker.
Well, what we do know is one of these two could have an awful lot of limelight today, because the draw and stage allocations for the first 3 rounds have already been done. The winner of this will go and face Cam Crabtree on the main stage, and then the winner of that game will be back here to face Joe Cullen in the final game this afternoon. So an awful lot of stage time could be had for one of these two on this frenzied Friday.
And if you've never been here before and you are in round 1, the best advice you can be given is be prepared to be nomadic. Play here. The moment you win, where am I going next?
139.
And don't wait, because some people have missed their board allocation in the past.
Advice to any player coming here for the first time is, if you see a Butlins site map, grab one.
Make friends with the stewards. There will be a few nerves here this morning, and particularly for someone like Pascal Rupprecht, playing at 11 AM might feel a bit strange. Things like Q schools and Players' Championship events, they don't start until 1 o'clock, so this is a little bit early. Might have to come to the venue for somewhere around about 8 AM.
140.
Having said that, we had another German play in this time slot last year, and he didn't do too badly, did he? Nico Springer with the 2nd highest average this tournament has ever seen in kicking off to beat Kordecker. This is a steadier opening leg.
That's worked out pretty well in the end. Walker not on a finish. So Pascal had the luxury
Pascal, you require 32.
of a second visit here.
Yeah, not the greatest opening leg for Jenson. He might yet have a chance. Rupprecht, can he use those 2 darts as a guide?
No score.
He cannot. So
Jenson, you require 155.
this would lay down a marker.
Just looks a little bit undercooked,
81.
doesn't he?
Pascal, you require 32.
He's going to have to get cracking at some point in this game. He can't throw and score the way he has in that first leg and expect to survive. You do not want to be the first person out of this tournament, because main stage action does not get underway until 12. We start earlier on board 2, and the outside boards have changed this year, haven't they?
Yep, they're in Studio 36 this year as Rupprecht lands the game's first 180. Nice little accolade for him to have.
140.
Not quite followed by Jenson. So boards 3 to 8, those games are underway, and we will do our best to keep you up to date with what's going on there. We've got a local hero in action in Simon Stevenson. He's level with Patrick Williams. That game is one apiece. And we've got an array of amateur qualifiers as well, which just gives this event its extra luster, doesn't it?
60.
Absolutely right. A lot of the tournaments that we cover year-wide, they do have the same feel. Players' Championships are always the same, best of 11. Then the semis and final go a little bit longer. But this one, having so many people without a tour card, it does give that element of
Pascal, you require
what's possible.
85.
What's possible here is Pascal Rupprecht taking a 2-0 lead. And again, he's got the luxury of 2 visits.
Yeah, doesn't have to go 25 and bull with Jenson back on 205. It would have been a
45.
temptation if the Englishman was in finishing range.
134.
Good setup, but
Pascal, you
Rupprecht
require
will come
40.
back. He's hit double 16. Will he hit double top? Again, 2 great guides. And again, he can't use them.
Jenson, you require 71.
Aptly put, Dan, because he should have hit that. Double top.
51.
I'm not going to say that Walker should have hit that, but he really wanted to get into this game. He could be 2-0 down still. That's a good find from the German. He's not happy with his form, but look at the score sheet and make yourself feel better.
Already had 10 darts at double. But the important thing for him, he's 2 legs up. And it will be interesting to document how these 2 years back on tour go for Pascal, because he came through as a relative unknown back in 2023. Had 2 years on tour, but because of his work situation, he's a German police officer, works for the Polizei back in his homeland, and you certainly wouldn't mess with him, would you? He's a big old unit, but he couldn't commit fully to the tour. And unfortunately, we've already seen him swerve 2 Players' Championship events this year, so hopefully that's just a one-off, and we will see more of him, because he's got a lovely smooth action, and I think there's a lot of potential with Pascal.
I agree. But didn't we say that about Nico Kurz as well? This is the German way of doing things, putting education and employment
84.
before doing something like this. It feels like a bigger sacrifice for these players from Germany to commit to it full time. It was very difficult for Nico Springer as well.
96.
Well, he was working up until July last year. He is now a fully fledged professional darter, but he obviously values his employment, and we can't say anything against that.
For the first time in this match, Walker is first to a finish.
140.
So this is a nice time where he can turn things around a little bit.
140.
Give himself the comfort that he needs to get over the line and get his first leg. But that's not worked out very well.
151.
Treble 17. Very, very good setup shot.
Jenson, you require 100.
Jenson recovers the dart that he dropped before Pascal threw, and obviously didn't want to go up and disturb him.
Yeah, it's good etiquette there from Jenson. Needs a good execution.
60. Pascal, you require
May just be 3-0 to the German now. And the first sign of disdain from the interceptor. That's a really good dart.
Pascal Rupprecht.
Now how does Walker hit back?
Pascal to throw first.
Now,
Game on.
that flight being on the floor, if you've watched a bit of Jenson over the last 2-3 years, you'll understand that he has a very risky action. But if you pay attention to the way his darts go in the board, pretty much every 2 visits, he's got a wobbly stem.
60.
Does seem to hold them near the back where the stem and the barrel connect, so they are obviously naturally going to twist out.
Which means he's got to twist them tighter after every visit. And sometimes he doesn't.
90. 96.
Doesn't surprise me that one of them fell out on the way back from the board.
140.
He is a very talented player, Jenson Walker. Lakeside semi-finalist, just gone. Lost out to Mitchell Laurie in what was an absolute cracker. Combined age then of 34
97.
years. And he does do a lot of the WDF tour. So he combines that with the Challenge Tour, the Development Tour, and the odd Pro Tour as well.
45.
Had a call up to Players' Championship 6 in Leicester the week just gone.
Not everybody's going to be a world champion at the age of 19. Some people have to go and serve their apprenticeship by going to different countries,
57.
surveying different cultures, and figuring out the kind of player that they could potentially be. That's exactly what Walker's doing right now. And he's having very good success at the second level of the sport. But there are increments that he wants to
60.
find over the next couple of years before he's 21.
111.
Pascal's got a chance to go 4-0 up. I don't think many people would have expected this. Not necessarily Pascal to be winning, but this looked like a close game on paper.
71.
It's another missed start at double, but he will have the luxury of coming back.
How many times have we said that now? 3 times.
44.
It tells you a story. One of Rupprecht is scoring better and Walker is letting him off. 4-0 it is.
Pascal Rupprecht.
And there are people in the audience right now who are maybe in a state of shock.
Game on.
Because when you consider how highly ranked Walker is in another system, they probably thought, well, this guy's going to have a run this afternoon and it might not even get past 12 o'clock.
Nice symmetry to the Pascal checkouts. 32-40, 32 and 40. He's already had 16 darts at double, but he's been given the luxury of that. Jenson has scored nowhere near close to his potential.
41.
And he's starting to show signs of disdain at himself.
Now, this is one of the reasons why your preparation for this tournament should be perfect. Because Minehead is not around the corner
100.
for many people. Gary Anderson, Ryan Searle, Justin Hood. That's about it. They can get
60.
here in about 30 to 45 minutes. Everybody else, it's a bit of a trek. So make sure that you get your prep done properly. If you don't,
93.
you got a bit of a tricky journey home quickly.
Well, if Jenson doesn't improve quickly, he'll be on the M5 in the next couple of hours.
100.
Has tasted success in this tournament before. Played on the main stage as one of the Riley's qualifiers. He was adorning the red shirt against another red-shirted youngster in Sebastian Białecki. Beat him and then was beaten by Tim Walters. This will feel much different. And Pascal,
43.
at the third attempt, is on his way to a first win here.
Yeah, lost in 2023 to Nick Kenny by 6 legs to 5. That was a decent game. He had the higher average in that match. And the following year,
57.
lost 6-3 to Hiet Nentjes, who we don't see a great deal of these days.
61.
Do you want to say it again, Dan, or are we just going to leave it out there? He's going to be on a finish again before Walker.
90.
You know what we're all thinking? Facing the real prospects of a triple break of throw. This is better. That's much better.
180.
Though Jenson will be thinking, why now?
Not this. This is what Jenson's thinking. It's a beautiful double 9 from the German, and that compounds every problem that Jenson Walker has. One hold of throw from being into round 2 to take on Cam Crabtree.
He's only had to be steady.
100.
It's an 83.5 average that Rupprecht is on right now, and that's the equivalent of throwing 18 darters. It's serviceable,
96.
but it's been comfortable at the same time.
Yes, absolutely. I think we're going to see some very decent numbers on this board over the course of the day, not just the afternoon. The reason I mention that is because 8 years on from the famous Beast from the East Storm, where the entire tournament was played on this stage. Well, it was the main stage anyway. The conditions here in Minehead are very favourable. The temperature is not that low. So it is very conducive for very good play. And Jenson Walker doesn't look like he's going to get a leg.
45.
He will be bitterly disappointed at how this game has gone. But the great thing with being in Jenson's position, being so young, so many opportunities.
100.
Rupprecht could have used the bullseye with the last dart to leave a two-darter, but, you know, he's pretty much reclining the armchair now. He's so comfortable.
97.
And as the game's gone on, his doubles have improved. There's only one more double to find. And he's going to get there.
45 left. Now 32 left. Walker's marooned.
70.
And Rupprecht misses his first match start. He will be back for more, though.
This is going to be a bitter pill to swallow for Jenson, by the looks of it. High hopes
60. Pascal,
look like they're about to be
32.
drowned on the coast at Minehead.
Double 8. Now double 4.
28.
It's not over yet.
Jenson, you require
Trust me, Dan, in the first game of this tournament, a 5-0 lead is not comfortable. 6-0 is,
Pascal,
if you can get it.
4.
Madhouse.
No score.
I think he's just
Jenson,
mad.
you require 83.
This is an invitation to get back into this match.
Game shot.
It's a beautiful hit from Walker.
Jenson Walker.
He should have been out of the tournament, but he's still in.
To throw first.
And if you can win one leg at a time, you never know. You can be 5-0 up, and the next thing you know, it can be 5-5.
99.
You just have to believe in yourself.
It was a break of throw.
So we've talked about how Walker's feeling. How is Rupprecht feeling now?
96.
I would imagine irked more than worried. He knows it could be all done. He had 7
93.
darts. He missed all of them. He should be off stage, but he's still got that 4-leg cushion. I think the worries may creep into Pascal if Jenson wins the next couple of legs.
100.
I think you've got to have a certain mindset to be a police officer. And I think he can take a hit or two and move on to the next task.
59.
He's not going to leave a finish. So Walker does have 6 darts from 250.
58.
You know, we're seeing more players do that these days on numbers like 302, 305, 308. Rather than switching around the board,
100.
very aggressively going for the treble 20. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
With what looks like a Nathan Aspinall dart, that's worked really well.
Jenson, you require 150.
He's going to get another chance to win this game, and he might feel more comfortable on a combination compared to having 3 darts in
48.
hand, based on what happened in
Pascal,
leg
you
1.
require 107.
Treble 17. He will get an 8th match dart.
71.
And wouldn't you know it, he misses
Jenson, you
again.
require 102.
Can the interceptor make him pay? Double 11.
80.
He made the wire move,
Pascal, you
but it
require
could be curtains
36.
after all.
Surely now. He's hit double 9 once. And hits it again. That's clearly a favourable double for him. Pascal Rupprecht wins the first game of this Friday on stage 2.